Hi, everyone. Welcome to English Story School, where every story we tell helps you unlock the magic of English learning through captivating tales and enchanting adventures. Have you ever gazed at a hidden corner of the world and wondered about the mysteries it might hold? Imagine a place where magic intertwines with nature, where every flower and leaf seems to whisper secrets of a bygone era. Picture a garden that has lain in slumber for decades, holding within its overgrown borders an enchantment that could change everything. Welcome to the magical garden, a realm where dreams come alive and adventures unfold at every turn. Are you prepared to step into a world where magic thrives and each step holds the promise of discovery? Let's embark on this extraordinary journey together. Our story unfurls in the serene village of Eldergrove, a haven nestled in a lush, verdant valley. Time seems to linger here, with cobblestone streets winding gently through charming cottages and flower-filled gardens. Eldergrove is a place where everyone knows each other, and life moves at a slow, peaceful rhythm. However, just beyond the village's familiar borders lies a forgotten garden, shrouded in mystery and legend. This garden, once a jewel of Eldergrove, has been overtaken by nature, its vibrant hues now hidden beneath layers of ivy and moss. Few remember its magic, and even fewer believe in the tales whispered about its past. One fateful morning, a spirited young girl named Lily, known for her insatiable curiosity and adventurous spirit, stumbles upon this elusive garden. Lily has heard the legends of the magical garden, stories of flowers that glow and animals that talk, but has always dismissed them as mere fairy tales. Today, however, she feels an irresistible pull toward the overgrown gate, a sense that something extraordinary awaits her just beyond. As Lily pushes open the rusty old gate, it groans and creaks, a sound that seems to pierce the silence of the forgotten garden, as if awakening from a century-long slumber. The gate's hinges, coated in a thick layer of dust, protest with each movement, but Lily's curiosity drives her forward. As the gate swings open with a final, echoing groan, Lily steps into a realm that feels almost otherworldly. The moment her feet touch the overgrown grass, she is enveloped by a sight that seems to defy the very laws of nature. The garden before her is wild, untamed, and yet profoundly beautiful. It's as though nature itself has woven a tapestry of wonder and enchantment. The flowers, which have long been left to their own devices, now dance in a spectrum of vibrant colors that seem almost too vivid to be real. Their petals glow with a soft, ethereal light, radiating hues that shift and shimmer like precious gemstones caught in the first light of dawn. Some flowers sparkle with a deep violet glow, while others emit a delicate golden hue, their colors blending seamlessly into a breathtaking kaleidoscope. As Lily ventures deeper into the garden, she notices the trees, grand ancient giants that stand tall with an air of timeless wisdom. Their trunks are gnarled and covered in intricate patterns of moss and ivy, and their branches stretch out like the arms of old friends reaching out for a long-awaited embrace. Each rustle of their leaves seems to whisper secrets from an ancient past, their soft murmurs blending into a harmonious symphony of natural sounds. The air is thick with the sweet, intoxicating fragrance of the blooming flowers. It's a scent that is both soothing and invigorating, a delicate blend of honeysuckle, jasmine, and fresh rain. This heady aroma fills Lily's senses, creating a sensory experience that is as enchanting as it is calming. Above her, the canopy of leaves rustles gently in the breeze, and the melody of birdsong fills the air. The birds, with feathers that glisten like precious metals, flit from branch to branch, their songs a cheerful symphony that weaves through the garden like a thread of magic. Their notes are clear and melodious, each chirp and trill adding to the garden's overall enchantment. As Lily stands amidst this mesmerizing display of nature's artistry, she feels as though she has stepped into a dreamscape, a world where magic and reality intertwine seamlessly. The garden is not merely a collection of plants and trees, but a living, breathing entity, pulsating with a rhythm that resonates deep within her heart. It's a place where every sight, sound, and scent tells a story, inviting her to explore its mysteries and uncover its hidden wonders. With each step, Lily's eyes widen in awe as she uncovers wonders that stretch the boundaries of her imagination. She encounters flowers that change color with her every touch, trees whose branches weave intricate patterns in the air, and even playful creatures that seem to materialize from thin air. The garden is a tapestry of magic and nature, each corner revealing a new facet of its enchantment. Among the many marvels of this magical realm, Lily discovers an ancient, ornate key partially buried beneath the roots of a majestic oak tree. Nearby, she finds an old, weathered map, adorned with cryptic symbols and intricate illustrations. The map hints at a hidden chamber deep within the garden, a place rumored to hold the garden's most profound secrets. Lily's heart races with excitement and anticipation as she realizes that this map could lead her to the heart of the garden's magic. Guided by the map and her unyielding sense of adventure, Lily embarks on a quest through a labyrinth of magical flora. The path is lined with enchanted obstacles, glowing vines that shift and change, illusionary mazes that test her wits, and mystical creatures that offer both aid and challenge. Lily's journey is not just a physical adventure, but a test of her courage, intellect, and determination. Each challenge she overcomes brings her closer to unlocking the garden's deepest secrets. After navigating through a series of trials and triumphs, Lily finally reaches the heart of the garden, a hidden chamber bathed in the soft, shimmering light of countless crystals. At the center of the chamber stands a fountain, its water sparkling with an otherworldly brilliance. Surrounding the fountain are ancient scrolls and artifacts, each one a repository of the garden's rich history. The chamber is a treasure trove of knowledge, revealing the garden's origins, its past guardians, and the magic that once flowed through its very roots. As Lily carefully unrolls the ancient scrolls, her fingers trace the intricate patterns etched into their brittle surfaces. The scrolls, though faded with time, reveal stories that once shimmered with vibrant life. Each artifact and document she uncovers seems to whisper secrets of a bygone era, drawing her into the garden's illustrious past. The scrolls, delicately aged and adorned with intricate illustrations, whisper tales of a time long past, a time when the garden was not merely a patch of wild greenery, but a revered sanctuary of harmony and power. This was a place where nature and magic intertwined seamlessly, creating an enchanting realm that pulsed with life and vitality. Within the garden's boundaries, every leaf, every petal, and every whispering breeze held secrets of a profound connection between the earthly and the ethereal. In those days, the garden was a vibrant tapestry woven from colors more vivid than any modern palette could offer. Lush emerald ferns swayed gracefully beside blossoms of radiant hues, fiery reds, deep purples, and sunlit yellows, each bloom radiating its unique aura, contributing to the symphony of fragrances that filled the air. The melodies of nature harmonized with the gentle hum of magic that coursed through the ground, creating an ambiance of tranquility that seemed almost palpable. At the heart of this magical realm stood the wise guardians, keepers of ancient wisdom and custodians of the garden's secrets. These beings, revered for their deep understanding of the natural world, possessed the unique ability to nurture and harness the mystical energies that flowed through the land like a hidden river. With every sunrise, they tended to the garden, with a sacred reverence, planting seeds of harmony that would blossom into flowers of unmatched beauty and power. Each guardian was distinct, marked by the elements they represented. One, known as Elowen, was a woman of the earth, her hair cascading like ivy, interwoven with small blossoms that mirrored the garden's colors. She could coax life from the soil with a mere touch, whispering incantations that drew forth the rich energies lying dormant beneath the surface. Her laughter mingled with the sound of rustling leaves, bringing warmth to the garden as she nurtured its growth. Another guardian, Calum, was a figure of the winds, his presence light and ethereal. With eyes that sparkled like the sky at dawn, he danced through the garden, calling forth gentle breezes that carried seeds to far-off lands. His voice echoed like distant thunder, invoking storms when necessary to cleanse and renew the sanctuary. Calum understood the delicate balance required to maintain the ecosystem, and he wielded the winds with both grace and power. The guardians worked in harmony, each fulfilling their role with an understanding that their combined efforts created a sanctuary unlike any other. They held ceremonies under the full moon, gathering to share their knowledge and to channel the energies that flowed through the garden. The rituals they performed were breathtaking, often involving intricate dances and songs that resonated with the very essence of the earth. They would create elaborate floral arrangements, each symbolizing a wish or intention, and place them at the foot of the ancient oak tree, the heart of the garden. As the seasons changed, so too did the energies within the garden. During the spring, it would burst forth in a riot of colors and sounds, attracting creatures of all kinds. Birds sang sweet melodies, and butterflies flitted from flower to flower, their delicate wings shimmering like jewels. The guardians reveled in this time of growth, using their powers to encourage the expansion of life. They nurtured not only plants, but also relationships among the creatures that called the garden home, forging a community that thrived on mutual respect and care. In summer, the garden transformed into a paradise of abundance. The air was thick with the intoxicating scents of ripe fruits and blooming flowers, and the guardians would often host gatherings for the local folk, inviting them to experience the magic firsthand. Villagers would come to witness the guardians at work, marveling at their abilities to summon rain or bring forth sunshine with a wave of their hands. The garden became a hub of celebration, a place where laughter echoed and connections were deepened. Autumn brought a different kind of magic, a time for reflection and gratitude. The guardians would gather the harvest, collecting the fruits of their labor and sharing them with the community. They would weave garlands of dried flowers and herbs, offering them as tokens of appreciation for the balance they maintained with nature. As the leaves turned brilliant shades of amber and crimson, the garden took on a mystical quality, the air crackling with the energy of change. But it was winter that truly tested the resolve of the guardians. As the garden lay dormant under a blanket of snow, the guardians would huddle close, sharing stories of the past and the knowledge they had gained over the years. They understood that even in stillness, life continued to thrive beneath the surface, and they would use this time to strengthen their bonds with one another and prepare for the rebirth that spring would bring. The scrolls detail how the guardians' dedication to the garden not only nurtured the land, but also forged a sacred connection with the people who lived nearby. Those who sought wisdom, solace, or guidance would journey to the garden, their hearts full of hope. The guardians welcomed them, offering counsel and support, ensuring that the power of kindness and compassion flowed freely, just as the rivers nourished the land. In these scrolls, one can almost hear the laughter of children playing among the flowers and feel the gentle touch of the wind as it weaves through the garden. The tales speak of a harmonious existence where every being, great and small, understood their place within the grand tapestry of life. It was a time when magic was not just a whisper in the air, but a tangible force that shaped reality, rooted deeply in the essence of the garden itself. Yet, as the scrolls remind us, this sanctuary of harmony did not exist without its challenges. Dark forces lurked beyond the garden's borders, yearning to disrupt the delicate balance that had been so painstakingly maintained. The Guardians knew that their role was not just to nurture, but also to protect, and they prepared for the trials that would test their unity and resolve. Thus, the scrolls serve as a vivid reminder of the garden's legacy, a sanctuary of harmony and power that thrived on the interconnectedness of all beings. They tell a story of resilience and hope, inspiring those who read them to honor the delicate balance between nature and magic, to cherish the wisdom passed down through generations, and to remember that within every garden lies the potential for extraordinary transformation. These guardians were not merely caretakers, they were the very heart and soul of the garden, embodying its essence in every way. Each guardian possessed profound knowledge, an ancient wisdom that had been passed down through generations. This wisdom was not just a collection of facts and figures, it was a deep understanding of the intricate web of life that thrived within the garden, a harmonious ecosystem where every creature and plant played a vital role. They revered the land, recognizing that their responsibilities extended far beyond mere cultivation. They were the stewards of a magical sanctuary. Their connection to the garden was palpable. Each guardian was intricately tied to their element, earth, water, air, or fire, infusing their spirits with the very magic that flowed through the soil, danced in the rivers, swirled in the winds, and flickered in the flames. Elowen, the Earth Guardian, felt the pulse of the land beneath her feet, attuning her heart to the rhythms of nature. She could sense when the soil needed nourishment, when a tree was in distress, or when a flower was ready to bloom. Her hands, rough and calloused, were instruments of healing, coaxing life from the ground with each touch. Then there was Calum, the guardian of air, whose laughter echoed like a playful breeze through the garden. He understood the language of the winds, the way they whispered secrets among the leaves and carried stories from one part of the garden to another. His spirit was light and airy, yet he possessed the strength to summon tempests when needed, channeling the raw energy of the storms to cleanse the garden and invigorate its inhabitants. His playful nature contrasted with the seriousness of his responsibilities, reminding everyone that joy was as essential as duty. Together, these guardians maintained the garden's enchantments, weaving a tapestry of magic that pulsed through every corner. They understood the delicate balance that existed between the magical and natural realms, each enhancing the other in a symbiotic dance. The garden thrived under their careful watch, a sanctuary where hope and renewal could flourish, inviting all who entered to experience the profound beauty of life. The guardians often gathered under the sprawling branches of the ancient oak at the heart of the garden, a sacred space where the energy of the earth converged with the sky. Here, they held rituals to honor the changing seasons and to celebrate the cycles of life. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm golden glow, they would form a circle, holding hands and closing their eyes, tuning into the heartbeat of the earth. With each heartbeat, they would send their intentions into the universe, praying for the well-being of all living things and for the garden's magic to continue flourishing. During these gatherings, they would share stories of their experiences and the lessons they had learned. One night, Elowen recounted the tale of a once-dying sapling she had nurtured back to life through patience and love. The other guardians listened intently, absorbing her words and reflecting on their own journeys. Calum shared a playful anecdote about a storm he had conjured, one that had brought laughter and joy to the garden as it danced with the wildflowers. In these moments of connection, The guardians reinforced their bond, knowing that their unity was essential for the garden's survival. Yet, their role was not just about nurturing and celebration, it also required vigilance and courage. They were the first line of defense against dark forces that sought to disrupt the balance they worked so hard to maintain. There were tales of shadowy beings that crept into the garden, seeking to harness its magic for their own nefarious purposes. The Guardians had faced these challenges with unwavering resolve, using their unique powers in tandem to confront the darkness. Their determination was a testament to their love for the garden, a fierce commitment to protect the sanctuary that had become their home. As they fought to preserve the garden's enchantments, the Guardians learned the importance of balance, not just in nature, but within themselves. They discovered that while they could summon powerful magic, it was the small, everyday acts of kindness and respect that truly sustained the garden. Every time a flower bloomed, a creature found shelter, or a breeze rustled through the leaves, it was a reminder that even the smallest gestures held immense power. In their hearts, the Guardians understood that the garden was a living entity, a reflection of their own spirits. It thrived not just on magic, but on the love and dedication they poured into it daily. With every sunrise, they renewed their commitment to honor the land, to listen to its needs, and to guide it with wisdom and compassion. As seasons changed, so did the garden, constantly evolving and adapting to the rhythms of life. The Guardians embraced these transformations, welcoming the new and letting go of the old. They understood that growth was often accompanied by change, and they were willing to evolve alongside the garden, learning from the lessons it offered. In their commitment to preserve the equilibrium between the magical and natural realms, the Guardians created a haven where hope could flourish and renewal was a constant promise. Visitors who entered the garden found solace and inspiration, drawn to the vibrant energy that radiated from every corner. It became a sanctuary for weary souls, a place where magic was not just seen, but felt, an invitation to reconnect with nature and with oneself. The garden flourished under their watchful eyes, each petal a testament to the Guardians' love and care. It became a symbol of unity, embodying the belief that when people come together to nurture life, magic not only exists, but thrives. Their legacy, rooted in the garden's soil, would be passed down through generations, a reminder that the heart and soul of the garden lived on in the bonds they forged, the stories they shared, and the hope they inspired in all who entered. The scrolls recount tales of the garden's significance to Eldergrove, a village that was intrinsically linked to the garden's fate. The garden was more than just a backdrop to the village's life, it was a source of inspiration and vitality. Its magic intertwined with the destiny of Eldergrove, influencing the fortunes and well-being of its people. The garden's vibrant energy was said to bring prosperity, heal wounds, and offer solace in times of need. As Lily delved deeper into the garden's rich history, she felt as though she was peeling back layers of time, each scroll and artifact whispering secrets that had long been forgotten. With every fragile parchment she unfolded, her excitement surged, drawing her closer to a narrative that felt both ancient and intimately personal. The air around her seemed to shimmer with energy, as if the very essence of the garden was alive and resonating with her curiosity. The scrolls were adorned with intricate illustrations, vibrant depictions of the Guardians in their elemental glory, their forms radiant with the magic of the garden. As she studied each image, Lily began to notice something familiar in the graceful lines and gentle expressions of the Guardians. It was in their eyes, deep pools of wisdom that seemed to hold the weight of ages, that she found echoes of her own gaze. The notion sent a shiver down her spine, igniting a sense of belonging she had never quite understood. As she pored over the writings, A tapestry of tales unfolded, revealing the Guardians' challenges and triumphs in maintaining the balance of their enchanted realm. There were accounts of fierce storms that threatened to tear apart the garden, and the Guardians' courageous stand against shadowy figures that sought to disrupt their harmony. Each story was laced with the strength of community and the indomitable spirit of those who had come before. Yet, it was a particular passage that caught her breath, causing her heart to race. A mention of a lineage, a bloodline intertwined with the very roots of the garden itself. With trembling hands, she reached for an artifact resting beside the scrolls, a delicate pendant crafted in the shape of a blooming flower, its petals intricately detailed and seemingly alive with energy. As she lifted it, an electric sensation coursed through her fingers, igniting a spark of recognition deep within her. The writing spoke of a guardian who wore a similar pendant, a guardian whose lineage had been entrusted to protect the garden's legacy for generations. The realization hit her like a bolt of lightning. Lily was not merely an explorer, she was a descendant of one of the original guardians. The revelation was both awe-inspiring and overwhelming. Her mind raced with questions, swirling in a tempest of excitement and disbelief. What did this mean for her? What role had been set before her in the garden's revival? She felt the weight of her ancestors' expectations pressing gently upon her shoulders, mingling with a burgeoning sense of purpose that blossomed in her heart. As the enormity of the moment settled in, the garden seemed to come alive around her. The leaves rustled with a whisper, as if the very plants were encouraging her to embrace her heritage. Birds perched nearby chirped a melodic tune, a harmonious reminder that she was part of something far greater than herself. She could almost hear the voices of the guardians echoing through the ages, calling her to rise to her destiny. Driven by an unquenchable curiosity, Lily began to connect the dots between her life and the stories she had uncovered. She remembered moments from her childhood spent in this very garden, days when she had felt an inexplicable sense of peace while playing among the flowers, or when the breeze had caressed her cheek in a way that felt like an embrace. Had those experiences been whispers of her ancestry? She felt a rush of warmth, a gentle confirmation that she had always belonged to this place, even if she hadn't fully understood it until now. With renewed determination, Lily set to work. She envisioned herself as a bridge between the past and the present, someone who could honor the legacy of her ancestors while also bringing her own unique gifts to the garden. The scrolls provided guidance, revealing rituals and practices that had been employed by the guardians to nurture and protect the garden's magic. She felt a fire ignite within her. She wanted to immerse herself in this knowledge, to learn everything she could about the harmony that the guardians had once fostered. Days turned into weeks as Lily dedicated herself to the study of the scrolls and the ancient practices they described. She learned about the cycles of the moon and the importance of planting according to the lunar phases, understanding how the energies of the cosmos intertwined with the Earth's rhythms. She practiced the rituals that celebrated the changing seasons, gathering with the flora and fauna of the garden, letting the magic of the place seep into her very being. Each moment spent in the garden deepened her bond with it, revealing layers of connection that felt as natural as breathing. In her explorations, she also began to notice subtle shifts around her. The garden, once a tapestry of wildness, began to respond to her presence. Flowers bloomed brighter, their colors more vivid, as if celebrating her awakening. The animals grew bolder, appearing as if to acknowledge the newfound energy she brought to the space. She realized she was not just an observer, she was part of the garden's rhythm, an essential note in its symphony of life. As she uncovered more about her lineage, she also sought to honor the legacy of those who had come before her. Inspired by the stories of the original guardians, Lily decided to initiate her own gatherings, inviting the community to share in the garden's magic. She crafted rituals that encouraged unity, inviting others to participate in acts of kindness, healing, and celebration. The garden became a gathering place once again, where laughter and joy echoed through the air, rekindling the spirit of the guardians who had tended it so lovingly. The more she engaged with the garden and the community, the more she understood that her role was not merely about maintaining the garden's beauty, but about nurturing the bonds of connection between people, nature, and magic. As a descendant of a guardian, she was called to inspire others, to ignite within them the same love and reverence she had discovered. Each gathering became an opportunity to share stories, to weave a new narrative, one that celebrated both the past and the future. In those moments of connection, she could feel the presence of her ancestors guiding her, their wisdom flowing through her like an ancient river. The garden was no longer just a sanctuary of magic. It had transformed into a living testament to resilience, renewal, and the power of community. Lily understood that her journey was just beginning. With each step she took, she embraced the legacy that had been bestowed upon her, weaving her own thread into the vibrant tapestry of the garden's story. In the depths of her heart, she knew that her connection to the garden was a privilege, a calling that would shape not just her destiny, but the destiny of the garden itself. As she looked out over the flourishing blooms, feeling the warmth of the sun on her skin and the gentle caress of the breeze, she smiled, ready to step fully into her role as a guardian of this sacred space, ensuring that its magic would thrive for generations to come. The deeper Lily delves, the more she uncovers about her ancestors, brave individuals who dedicated their lives to protecting the garden and its magic. Their stories are filled with courage and wisdom, and through them, Lily learns of the responsibilities and challenges that come with her heritage. The realization dawns on her that she is uniquely positioned to restore the garden to its former glory, to rekindle the magic that once made it a beacon of hope and renewal. With every scroll she studies and every artifact she examines, Lily's understanding of the garden's legacy deepens. She learns that the garden's enchantments are not lost, but merely dormant, waiting for someone with a pure heart and determined spirit to revive them. This knowledge empowers her, filling her with a sense of purpose and a renewed commitment to the task ahead. The scroll's revelations transform Lily's journey from a mere adventure into a profound quest of restoration and renewal. She understands that the fate of the garden, and by extension the village of Eldergrove, rests in her hands. Armed with this knowledge and driven by her newfound sense of purpose, Lily prepares to take on the challenge of restoring the garden to its former splendor, embracing her role as the guardian who will breathe new life into this magical sanctuary. Empowered by her newfound knowledge, Lily returns to Eldergrove with a clear purpose. She shares her discoveries with the villagers who are eager to join her in revitalizing the garden. Together, they work with unwavering dedication to restore the garden to its once vibrant state. They plant new seeds, repair ancient structures, and rekindle the magic that had long lain dormant. As the garden begins to bloom with renewed life and magic, Eldergrove transforms alongside it. The once forgotten garden becomes a beacon of renewal and unity, bringing the village together in a shared sense of wonder and community. Lily's bravery and the collective effort of the villagers have breathed new life into a place of magic, forging a new chapter in its storied history. With the garden's magic reignited and Eldergrove flourishing once more, the story of the magical garden serves as a poignant reminder of the power of curiosity, courage, and the profound bond between humanity and nature. It shows us that even in the darkest corners, magic can be rediscovered and revitalized, creating a legacy of wonder that endures through time. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.